Today we're going to talk about a story of where one of the most famous people on Earth had something insane happen to them. If you enjoy hearing real stories like this one, hit subscribe for more. Alright, let's dive in. Imagine being a young broke musician with a dream so big, you'd risk anything to make it happen. No label, no manager, no money, just a car that barely runs, a homemade demo, and blind determination. One night, this young artist hatched a plan. If the music industry wouldn't open its doors, she'd kick one open herself. Or in this case, sneak through one. She drove across Los Angeles in a beat-up car that once belonged to her late grandfather, loaded with little more than nerves and ambition. Pulling up to a sprawling mansion, she spotted her chance. A gardener was nearby, and with just a few crumpled bills, she persuaded him to turn a blind eye. $5. That was all it took for the gatekeeper to disappear. Then came the moment of truth. She crawled under the gate and, to her amazement, found the front door unlocked. To her, that wasn't trespassing. That was fate. She stepped inside. The house felt like stepping into another world. The walls draped in deep purple velvet, the air filled with a hush that was both eerie and electric. She wandered deeper until she found an elevator. Yes, an elevator inside a home. She pressed the button, the doors closed, and as it ascended, music began to play. Not just any music. This was the unmistakable sound of a legend. Her hands shook. She pulled out her phone and called her mom, whispering, "I think I'm going to get arrested." When the elevator doors opened, the dream turned real. Standing there was the very icon she had worshipped from afar. A musical genius, casually dressed, wearing a beanie, guitar in hand, strumming as if the universe itself was his audience. He looked up, startled, his eyes narrowing as if to say, "Who are you, and how did you get here?" She froze. No speech, no explanation came out, just a wave of panic. In a clumsy rush, she held out her demo CD, placed it on a nearby table, gave a nervous wave, and bolted. That was it. No conversation, no record deal. Just a fleeting moment in the private sanctuary of one of the most famous musicians alive. And that fearless young intruder? It was none other than Kesha. The house she snuck into belonged to Prince. Before fame, before hit records, before the world knew her name, she took the wildest gamble of her life, breaking into Prince's house with nothing but a dream and a demo.
Rest